And we are live.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. All you guitar-loving souls and all you new subs. Thanks for it's been another busy 24 hours. Thank you very much for following along. All of you returning followers. First things first. Normally, do the whole comments thank you thing, but we're working on that intro song. This is specifically for Mr. Chris Lawson and his recommendation, because I agree. Bar chords sound better, but I got an idea. Okay? So, and we're gonna get the comments here, but I have an idea. But first off, we're rocking the Peavey, finally. But, gotta have an intro song if you're not gonna edit one in, so. It's a bit rough, it's alright though. It's a work in progress, but that is going to become my intro song. All right, so, and if you are new here, welcome. I'm Jay Wills. We are day 18 of 365 days of guitar practice. And, of course, my fellow brothers, it's hump day is over, which means it's that time. All right, let's get to comments. Where are my goddamn glasses at? All right, here we go. All right, so a lot of comments, going to get through them, and then we're going to jump into it, because I had a couple of revelations on my morning jam this morning. Might even bring out Miss Jackson tonight. However, the Peavey's coming out tonight. This Telly's been my go-to. Standard tuning for her, or whatever, but it's fine. And the Predator is going to have drop D. And then we get into chords, some other shit. It's going to be cool. And yeah, Bomber Day. Ooh, all right, so first things first, at Kyle Wheeler 1821. Hey man, love the vids. Been watching for a little bit now. Please keep rocking on, dude. I absolutely will. This is fun as shit. I ain't gonna lie. Some days are a bit long. I ain't gonna lie there either, but it's awesome. At Mini Zone the Sun, I'm about 5 hours south of you in the mountains above LA. Maybe this summer I'll drive up there with my guitar and bring a 30-pack and a few dubs. What bands do you like the most? Oh shit, man, 30-pack. That's like brings back the college days. Ooh. I like all kinds of music. You know, I was trained early on. You know, guitar's been my passion. But when I was about 8 or 9, they threw a piano in front of me. And then when I was about 11, they threw a sax at me. And I pretty much did that for about a decade. But I always wanted to play guitar. But I had those instead. You know, I'm not going to complain. But I always wanted to play guitar. So I have, you know, there's a bunch of... These are some of my old books. Not old, but I just bought them new again. Like my piano books, Beethoven, Mozart, Chopin, right? These are all books for piano that I eventually have an idea. I'm going to play them all in the Miss Jackson 7th string, but that's for later. So I go from classical to, of course, new metal, hardcore, all over the spectrum. I generally appreciate all kinds of music. If it sounds cool and doesn't make my ears melt too bad, I have a genuine appreciation. I've been recently getting into this Mongolian rock lately. Something came up on my feed. There was this like horse head fiddle and this like fucking metal stuff. Oh, it's amazing. You know, I don't edit or anything, but maybe I'll try to figure out a way to get that in there, bring this in, because if you have not heard Mongolian metal with a horse head fiddle and some electric, I don't know what kind of guitars they are. It's pretty cool. So I love all kinds of music. All that to say, and thank you for throwing that out there. Maybe I'll take you up on that here in about a year when everything gets a little bit more settled in life. At Mitzi's on the Sun, fucking awesome, bro. Can't wait to see tomorrow's video. I bet you crack 1,000 subs in a month or two. Who knows? This was an absolute experiment on for me, and it's been a crazy ride, and I love it. So who knows? And I'll definitely be posting tomorrow. At Wolfgang Humboldt 4830, does that exercise book show the picking pattern? Like upstroke or downstroke, you will want to get the right hand technique correct as well, so you develop hand synchronization. So I haven't got that far. I mean, they do talk a little bit about up and down. I think I randomly picked up, this is 20 some years ago, that every fingering is a up or a down, like back and forth, back and forth. Here's the thing though. This is what I'm gonna throw out there. I don't know how old you are, man. I suppose when you're younger, and like maybe when I was learning piano when I was like 10, or you have it's just a different brain, it's a different everything back then. And so for me now, I just do what sounds cool. I've also grown immensely since I was that age. I mean, I'm 6'3", and I'm over 6'3" and well north of 200 pounds. And my whole body's changed. I'm not the same person anymore. So I've had to adjust a lot of things. And so my picking, I'm just kind of coming up with my own picking and doing my own thing. I would say if it sounds cool, people bob their head to it and it jams. It doesn't matter if it's an up or down or this or that or whatever. You know, if you go back and look at interviews with a lot of your old guitar, famous people, a lot of them can't even read music or barely knew chords and shit. They just shredded and just did what sounded cool, and then they're famous for it. So, take that for what it's will. All right, so let's see. Continuing at Chris Lawson in 7983. That will be a good intro song. I think the bar chords sound better. Thanks, brother. They do, totally, but I have an idea, though. Taking the individuals, I haven't figured this out yet. That's where the learning the fretboard is going to come in. So there's bar chords for all those, and then up on where I was kind of playing it, yesterday. What if I took all of these notes in this section up here and found some cool shit to play them down low? I don't know. That's kind of my next little thing that I'm going to be fiddling with. So, at Man with Rake, play every day. That's the plan, brother. At iRock5150, hey, too fast or too slow? Add a metronome to your practice. That's going to be my weekends, and I think I'm going to start doing that in the mornings for my spider walking drills. I think we're going to do that too. Pull this closer. At DJ CYR3NT, I was wondering if you have a drum machine or metronome. I do, so we're going to get into that a little bit because last night I said we were going to do this, but never got around to it. I like your tone, rhythm, and power chords, and I think the next step would be to check your timing against a backing of drums or metronome. 100%. 100%. This will give you a sense of moving towards a musical performance. 100%. I agree with you 100%, and thank you for that reminder. I just learned like 3 days ago how to change the tempo. Again, thank you for the sub who threw that out there. That's awesome, that I can actually maneuver that tempo around. At some guy you don't know, you're not kidding about what a day of hard labor does to kill the dexterity in your hands. Ain't that the truth, brother? Spend a day cranking on a pipe cutter and then go ask your fingers to finesse their way around a fretboard. That's no joke. I do a lot of framing. I also do a lot of plumbing. I also do concrete and a bunch of other stuff. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Like this week, a ton of framing, a ton of soldering, a ton of pipe work. It's a bunch of gas line work today. In addition to building a whole bunch of an entire corner of a garage out. So 100%. It's crazy. That's a tall order. So even 17 days in, you've shown impressive commitment, which is a kick-ass. Thanks, man. But it looks love of the car that really drives you. Like I said, they tossed a piano and a tenor saxophone at me, which is right here, by the way. The sax and the keyboard's right behind where the camera's at. They threw that at me when I was young. But I really wanted a guitar. And so now that I'm old and I have money and I can actually do shit, I was like, you know what? Let's get into this and see what happens. So, heck yeah, man. And it's, I do stretches, but honestly, I don't know how old you are, brother, but dude, there's only so much you can do. And honestly, what drives, here's the thing. This is my thinking. If I can get through a whole 10 or 12 hour day of just punishing my forearms, I think I can get through 30 minutes of practice. Just saying. So it's kind of one of those things where it's a bit of a struggle sometimes. Stuff cramps up and shit. You just roll with it because I couldn't stop on the job site. And I know if you're a pipe guy, I know you know what it's like. Knee pads or the knees on your knees, especially if you're working low a lot, because I work down low a lot. I'm on my knees a fair bit. Those knees, wrists and stuff, man, they just get beat up. But you can't stop, can you? You got to keep working. I'm taking that same philosophy and I'm putting it into my guitar. I'm like, you know what? I can't stop at my job. I can't stop at a customer's house. So why am I stopping for myself? So that's kind of my theory on it. Let's see. At Morty McFly P50, love this. You're giving me the motivation to pick up mine and start the journey. Hell yeah! If I could, you know what? I mentioned this in a video before. If I gave one person, if someone stumbled across my videos and was like, you know what? I want to get back into practice. Mission accomplished. Like, that's awesome. If I could, you know, never would I have in a million years would I have dreamed, A, to have a bunch of subs, 2, to have people actually be like, hey, you motivated me to do something. And that means so much. That's just awesome. All right, last one. At Master of Reality 230. Yeah, most of the start of my jamming sessions are always a simple power chord shuffle. But hey, if it gets you into the groove, it's worth it. Heck yeah, I mean, and then I don't know about you, but that's mostly all I know. So, anywho, thanks for all the comments, fellas. I greatly appreciate it. Let's get into some stuff. We're gonna grab the old, fire the old drum machine up. I'm gonna get in that in a little bit, but some of you have not heard. Ooh. Oh, and we're also going through the Peavey tonight. I think I may have mentioned that a little earlier. Used, got that off Craigslist. Those of you who are back in the hunt looking for equipment, Craigslist, treasure trove. But, and also, if you're new here, I also have a Peavey Predator it's my Frankenstein guitar. It's got every part in the world that's not Peavey in it. But this guitar always sounds awesome. So, let's do that. Let's have a little sip of the brouhaha. Maybe 2. And if you're under the age of 21, hold out. Got a few years. You'll have plenty of time to drink after that. Trust me. Okay, we're in drop D. And I don't think any of you have heard the Peavey. I haven't had this on. I have not had this on video yet. This is a good damn amp. Now for a Franken-Zombie guitar and a used tube amp off of Craigslist. I mean, honestly, guys, I probably have, I don't know, $300 or $400 in this guitar. And I spent a few $100 on that amp. I mean, get on Craigslist. You can find some shit for under $500 combo. That sounds and gets a little bit of that twang in there. How is that not awesome? It's a good sounding amp, good sounding guitar. Okay, enough fiddle-diddling. Time for the practice. Okay. Do a little double check, make sure the old camera's still cool. Because apparently my iPhone is deciding to do. All right, we're good. The internal storage, despite my efforts to remove shit. I think I might actually have to get a dedicated camera for all this. I've been using my iPhone for the whole thing, so don't have those skills developed yet. All right, so books we're using, if you're new, and if you are still listening, are the Guitar Exercise for Beginners. Got that off Amazon a few days ago. And this little gem right here, which is Guitar Chords, okay? Super awesome. Let's go through a little exercise here, though, because, I need to get my fingers warmed up a little bit more. So we have went through, let's see, exercise 4, I think we ended on last time. Now was the exercise 4, 2-finger independence drills, exercise 1. And basically what that was, we'll just go through real quick. A little review's okay, you know, it's all good. A little review, it's always fun, because this is, you know, it's always sounding good. It's 5-6, 5-6, all the way up and down. So, you know. Oh. Hey, need you right now. See, missed it. Slow it down. If you can't do it, just slow it down. Okay, let's do it one more time because I missed a note. There we go. Okay, so that's that little exercise. Next one, exercise 5, 2-finger independence, exercise number 2. What's this do? 5-7, 5-7, 5-7. Okay, so this was, we also did this last night as well too. So it just expands this out just a little bit. Not too bad. It's a good little drill. That's good to just get things warmed up. I like that. Despite the fact that my forearms are fucking shattered. Oh, so much sawing today. I bet there's like sawdust coming out of my beard. I would not be surprised. I even like tried to clean my face off a little bit when I got home. I was so dusty. But this corner of this garage turned out tits, so it's all good. All right, exercise 6, 2-finger independence, exercise number 3. Oh, this would be a new one for tonight. The previous one was last night. What's this one got? 5-8, 5-8, 5-8. Oh, I'm gonna bring the pink. Oh, okay. So we're just gonna go 5-8, 5-8 again. I've been fiddling around with this in the mornings too. With my spider walking, I've been just kind of fiddle-diddling and figuring it out. So 5-8, 5-8. All right, so, gotta get the pinky in there, huh? All right, no worries. That's the other thing too. Fellas, just play. You never know what cool ass sound. There's so many cool sounds that can come out of this device. All right, so 5-8, 5-8. Oh, slow it down a little bit. It's a cool little drill. Because it's a drill or an exercise doesn't mean you can't have some fun with it. Okay, so exercise 7, 2-finger independence, exercise 4. This is gonna be the last one of this, and then we're gonna come over here. The goal is gonna be find the key that this little group, if you're new, know my white boy dance. But, so for example, key of G, this is G7 the whole time. So, we'll find G7 in this chord book, see if I can figure out how to play it, and then just strum along and see what happens. But first, I'm telling you, man, it's amazing the sounds that come out of this by just like accidental things. So, 2-finger independence, exercise 4. What is this all about? All right, so 3-4, 3-4, 3-4, 3-4. This seems to be this similar. 2-finger. You know what? That's fine. We'll go 3-4. It's all good. So that's the drill. We'll slow it down a little bit. That's cool. I dig that. Oh, and for all of you who subscribed super early on and who were, see that, just random shit like that. Sometimes I can't replicate that. The fingers are actually starting to work better. It's amazing. I mean, obviously it's practice, and I get it. But the additions of the extra half hour in the morning. So I'm up to about 45 minutes before I get to race off to work and do shit. And I go through spider walking drills. I come up with a bunch of my own, and then I jam for a bit. And then I purposefully do pinky, ring finger, pinky, middle finger drill, because my index finger and my ring finger jam all day long. These guys right here, different story. So, you know, another one of my old coaches said, practice things you suck at the most often, because it's super easy. At least I can attest to this. Defaulting to just doing the stuff you know that sounds cool or that's easy to do. And so, but that's not going to get you better. And so you got to do the things that suck. So I suck at these things right here. So that's going to be a continued part of my practice. All right, so we got a G7 we got to figure out, because this is in G7. I can turn that bass all the way down if I want and just have the backing beats, but the bass is in the same is in that key. All right, so let's find G7 and see if my big old paws can actually play that. Come on now. Here we go. G, that's G major. Okay, so G7, I'm going to assume is G major 7th. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm finding another one. And those of you that are new, I have 3XL hands. 4XL depending on the glove. Very like Brock Lesnar size hands, if you know who Brock Lesnar is, right? He's actually from Iowa, which is right next door to Nebraska, where I'm from. So, big hands, TV guitar. So, but we're making it work because it's just fun. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, G major 7th. You know, let's clean this up. Let's see if I can clean this up a little bit. Let's go. Alright, I don't want to gain. Nope, that's no sound. Nope, that's not it. I'm also not very familiar with my own amp. Close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Starts on the 2nd fret. That's a G major 7. Really? It's actually a nice chord. Holy shit. Let's kick that up. Ooh, really? Let's see if I can meet that up. Okay, I thought that was going to be kind of a lame chord. That's actually a really nice chord. Wow. Okay, G major 7th, 2nd position. Now here we go, got some bar action. See, I'm all about that. Cause you got big strong hands, you got big fingers, so I can bar the shit out of stuff. Okay, number 7, see where that's at. Boop. Man, that Peavey sounds so good. Man, what a good investment. What a good investment. Good find, good find. So this is, so we got to bar the bottom 3. And then we got to go 3 and 4. 3 and, ooh, Jesus. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Seriously. Wow, that's a lot. That's a whole bunch. Okay, we got to figure out a different way to do that. Oh, there we go. That's actually really cool. Okay. I think I'm gonna stick with that one just because it's easy. Well, I don't know. This sounds pretty good too. The transition is gonna be like slow as shit, but oh, wrong one. Hold on. Oh, yeah, we're gonna play it down here for sure. Sounds nice though. Sounds really nice, but we're gonna play it. This is all G major 7th. So first time ever doing this. Let's see if this actually does something. This will be interesting. It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be clunky. I think that is the right chord. Yes, we're gonna play the same chord over and over again because that's what that's doing. That's not too bad. I actually kind of dig that. Huh. Hold on. Ooh, that might turn into something. Hold on. Hell yeah, that might turn into something. That's awesome. Holy shit. A little less bass, maybe a little more drum. That sounds pretty good. I like the way that sounds. Oh, you know what? Let's slow that down a little bit. And thank you, tempo. I can't figure out how to save it yet, but it slows it down on the spot. Oh man, that's brutal. That bar is so hard to hold down, I'm not gonna lie. I just figured I'd try to move it around, see what happens. Nope, that's why it's down here. That's tough. That is tough. But that's actually pretty cool. Let's see what we try to. Let's do one more, and then the old tummy is. Okay, E minor. All right, cool. E minor. It's key E minor. And A minor. So E minor, A minor, and D. Ooh, I don't know. Is there something a little easier? That's just. Ooh, excuse me. That's just D. Let's look up E minor. Let's check that out. All right, so. All right, G major 7th. I can get down with that. E, hold on, E minor. Just E minor. Oh, okay. All right. Well, E minor is 2nd fret, 2 and 3. So we got open E, 2A, 3D, open G, open B, open E. All right, cool. Let's do. That's not bad. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's fun. Oh. What would be cool after that, man? Ooh. Ooh, kind of zone out a little bit. That's kind of fun. Okay, so E. Okay, so this is E minor. All right, cool. And then we got A minor. We had the A. Just learned that on Monday, which is awesome. A minor. Ew, just one string down. Can you bar it? I'm always gonna default to bar. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so A minor is. Ooh, do you hear that? I think that's a cat. One of my cats, plus a stray cat in the backyard, about to have a gigantic, big fight. I'll go out there and squirt them with some water here in a minute. Okay, so A minor is mute E string, open A string, D, G, and B. Okay. So we're good here. Oh no, we're all the way up here. Oh wow. Now wait, is that right? No. And then 2 and 3. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Damn. So you go from this cool sounding one. I don't know, let's figure it out. Fuck it. Shit, we got a D in there. Oh, my bad. Fuck. Hold on. The D. Oh, all right. Yeah. Pfft, duh. It's the 49-year-old brain. You know what fixes that? I call this guitar playing juice. So, E major, A major, space, let it ring, D. So, we're going to go here. That's a lot of moving around, folks. Holy shit. Well, that's why we're here. Let's go. A minor. Nothing, and a D, and then E minor. That's tough, I ain't gonna lie. going to be a work in progress. Because I know, I'm pretty sure, I hope that's still rolling. I got to get a different camera. That's going to be my goal, get a different camera. But, as we all know, two chords. Let's go gain, because, and let's go boost. And let's go. There we go. I'm telling you, cool sounds. Nah, we gotta redo that. Day 18 down. And if any of you are still hanging out, I appreciate you greatly. And I do believe that is all. Peace. See you tomorrow.